Sometimes it's just, I wake up and I think, what do I have to do to become great? What must I do different than what I'm doing and what I've been doing to get to where I want to be? And then I think to myself, am I doing everything that I know? Everything that I can? Am I giving 100% every single day to reach that point that I'm trying to get to? Because I can picture it in my mind. I can have that feeling. I can have those thoughts. But then I think to myself once again, I'm not giving my all. I'm not putting my best foot forward. And I want to ask you today, what are you doing to make your next effort your best effort? Are you reaching deep down inside to fight through everything that you're going through right now? Or are you settling to be where you are at this current moment? If you're laying down, you need to get up. And if you're sitting down, you need to get up. If you're on the treadmill running right now, you need to run just a little faster. If you're in the gym right now working out, you need to put 5 more pounds on the rack. And if you're starting a business, you need to work an hour longer. That's the effort you need to be great. That's the sacrifice that you have to put in order for you to get to the next level that you need to be at. But if you just sit down and think about where you've been, and you told yourself if you had the opportunity that you would put in more effort, you'll put in more hard work, you'll go that extra mile. Well, now is the time. Now is not the time to complain. Now is the time to maintain that dream. Open up your heart and be something that you've never been before. That feeling you're feeling right now of inspiration, that feeling of dedication, that feeling of not going back to where you came from. That's what you need inside of you every single day in order for you to be great, in order for you to be remembered.
Today, we make a life-changing decision. Because right now you're going through something that's pushing you, something that's hurting you, something that has you down, something that knocks you off focus. If you aren't where you want to be in life, this message is just for you. There are things that happen to us daily, weekly, monthly, yearly that change our lives, that can push us back or push us forward. Just because you fall down doesn't mean you have to stay there. It can be a loss of a loved one, a loss of a job, a bad accident, a divorce, a broken relationship, a wayward child. There are different things that happen in our lives that's a turning point. But that turning point depends on you. Yes, some things knock us 3 steps back, but push us 5 steps forward. But then there's this one thing, this big event that happened in your life, where you're like, I can't breathe. I don't see myself going forward. I don't know how I'm going to overcome this. I don't know how I'm going to make it until tomorrow. But I tell you what, you will make it through blood, sweat, and tears. All the hard work that you put in. This moment right here, This is a pivotal moment of your life. This is the moment when you become great. You become a better you. You become that entrepreneur that you've been wanting to be. You become that business owner. You become that parent, that husband, that wife, that brother, that sister that you've been wanting to be for so long. Now is your moment to prove to yourself that nothing will stop you. Nothing will overcome this moment. I will be what I want to be. I will do what I want to do. I will overcome this mountain. And once I get to the top, I'll look down. I'll see all the bumps and bruises, what it took me to get here. And it'll just make you appreciate every single day. And along the way, no, you won't be motivated every single day. Sometimes you'll look in the mirror and ask, why was this path chosen for me to walk? It's not easy. It's going to take time. It's going to take preparation. It's going to take planning out. It's not going to be a day that's easy. But the day will come when you prepare yourself to be successful. It all comes down to you making this final decision on what you're going to do with your life. You can give up, throw in the towel. Let this life get the best of you. You can stand up to the challenge. Man and woman up to overcome this test. To be the best at what you do. Because you have a purpose on this earth.
When you spend your energy focusing on what other people are doing instead of executing on your own opportunities, you are setting yourself up to fail time and time again. And this goes against what society is, right? Society is all about gossip. It's all about talk. It's all about who's doing what. And it's never about worrying about what you're doing. That's why you don't see successful people hanging out with people like that. Because they worry about their own they worry about their own actions, they worry about what they execute on, and they worry about how they can get better at it.
And let me tell you something. I don't know if I'm number one or not, and I won't know. I won't go look at that list. Why? Because I'm too busy grinding. And some of you should be busy practicing, and you're staring at yourself in the mirror. And many of you cannot get to your level of success. You cannot get to dominance because you are worried about everything that's coming in your ear, guys. You gotta learn to kill the noise. Who cares what they say? Dominance. Who cares what they think? Dominance. Listen to me. Nothing succeeds like success. You want to kill your haters. You want to shut them down. You want to kill the noise. Nothing succeeds like success. And I'm telling you, if you can learn to kill the noise and dominate your space, your lane, stay in your lane and dominate your lane. I'm telling you, not only will you compete, not only will you dominate, but you, my friend, will lead a dynasty. I dare you to dominate. I challenge you to find your space, stay in your space, and create something in your space that has never been created before. Control your lane. I dare you to believe in your uniqueness. I dare you to believe in you. I dare you to stand up for yourself. I dare you to dominate your space, your world, and to leave a legacy.
If you go through life always making your decisions based on someone else and what they might think, you'll never truly find yourself. You have to follow your heart. You have to be you. You have to make your choices based on your principles and beliefs, and don't let outside forces or influences dictate your decisions. It's so easy to start to become the person that they say you are. You are who you are, not who they say you are. Remember that. If you're a good person, you can truly become whatever you want. It's easy to follow the pack and be who others want you to be. It takes courage to stay true to who you are.
You're going to be remembered for who you were. They're going to remember who you were, not what you did. So don't lose track of that. Don't lose touch of that.
The day it all changed for me, and how it can change for you, is to just stop giving a fuck about what other people think of you and focus on how you really feel about yourself. The first thing you've got to do to get what you want is believe that you can, and work your ass off to get it.
Only those who dare to go after the life most don't have will ever have the chance of living a life most will never have. Only those who dare to fight for a great life have a chance to live a great life. What's it going to take for you to change? What's it going to take for you to realize your potential? What's it going to take for you to be proud? Proud of the person you are. Proud of your effort. Proud of the person you've become. What is it going to take?
I want greatness for you. And I'm willing to bet that everyone in your life that loves you wants the same thing. They want to see you make your dreams come true. They hunger for it to see you win the way that you hunger for it yourself. But what they know that you may not yet be willing to accept is that, as Rabindranath Tagore said, you can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. If you're going to make those things come true in your life, if you're going to make that vision that you have a reality, you've ultimately got to go out into the cold and unforgiving water. You've got to be willing to face the swells. You've got to be willing to face the most terrifying thing of all, the unknown. It isn't that the sea is dangerous that scares people. It's that you can't see what's beneath the surface. And that is going to be the challenge that you're going to have to face. That is going to have to be the fear that you stare directly into the eye. Is the truth is you don't know what you're capable of. The truth is you don't know if you're going to succeed. The absolute truth is you may fail. You may get swallowed by the darkness. But at the end of the day, that's going to be your choice, because whether or not you fail does not mean you have to be consumed by that failure. You can get back up and keep going, but that is a choice you have to make. That's the fortitude you have to develop within, and it is a development process. It is something that you do. You choose to be stronger than the sea. You choose to be stronger than the unknown, and you choose to be brave enough to go out despite the unknown and try to conquer something, to try to build something in your life, to do the things that other people think cannot be done. It is in facing that fear that you win the battle. Understand, finding the island, making it to the new world, that's not the fucking point. The point is setting out. The point is being willing to get in a dinghy and to go off into the sea. The point is being willing to face the challenge. If you can do that, regardless of what comes, you've already won, because you've proven something to yourself that you're willing to try.
What gets you out of bed? What gets you off the couch? What gets you in the gym? It's not your alarm. It's not your parents. It's not your friends. It's you. The only one that can make it happen for you is you.
You have to accept that all your excuses are lies. They are lies, all of them. that you tell yourself, the lies you use to rationalize taking the easy road. Taking the easy road and leaving discipline behind. Think about them. You don't have time. That's a lie. You don't have support. That's a lie. You don't have the equipment or the gear. Lies. And the list goes on and on and on. And it doesn't stop if you don't make it stop. So recognize the excuses are not valid.
And you have to understand, if you don't execute on the plan, if you don't get up in the morning when you're feeling tired, scared, if you don't execute, you're not just cheating yourself. You're cheating your family, you're cheating your employees, you're cheating your team, whatever you're a part of.
What does discipline really mean?
Discipline is the root of all good qualities. It's everything. It's working out every day, making yourself stronger and faster and more flexible and healthier. Discipline is eating the right foods to fuel your system. It's about disciplining your emotions so you can make good decisions. It's about having the discipline to control your ego so your ego doesn't get out of hand and control you. It's about facing your fears. Discipline means taking the hard road, the uphill road, to do what's right for yourself and for other people.
I believe that self-discipline is the definition of self-love. That when you say that you love yourself, that means that you have behavior towards yourself that is loving. Self-discipline is the center of all material success. You cannot win the war against the world if you can't win the war against your own mind.
Discipline equals freedom. That's not a contradiction, it's an equation. Discipline is the path to freedom. Discipline is the driver of daily execution. Discipline defeats the infinite excuses that hold you back. Make discipline part of your daily life, and your daily life will get better.
Life can be brutal. Life can be unforgiving. If I had to sum up in one word the difference between the greats and the average, the difference between the successful and the nobodies of the world, one word, one attribute to describe the difference: discipline. If you don't have the discipline, you can forget about the trophy. You can forget about the success, the greatness. All champions have discipline. It's the discipline to work hard. You know, not when everyone is watching, but when no one is watching. When the fans aren't there. When the coach isn't there. When it's just you and your character. The discipline to eat strong, healthy foods. When you have other tempting options. When those around you might not be so strong. The discipline to say no when those around you choose to be average. The discipline to keep going when it hurts. Because life doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you deserve. And if you haven't worked for it, if you haven't sacrificed for it, if you haven't given your all, then you don't deserve it. And you won't get it. Push through the pain. On the other side is growth. When pain comes, that means it's time to show character. Show me your character. Remain disciplined. Stay strong. When it all seems hopeless, keep plugging away. Nothing can stop you if you don't stop for anything. Don't stop for anything. Never break your discipline.
Remain faithful to yourself and your vision. When it gets painful, push harder. Push through the pain. You gotta have the discipline to do 11 when your opponent stops at 10. The discipline to keep going when it hurts. Because life doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you deserve. And if you haven't worked for it, if you haven't sacrificed for it, if you haven't given your all, then you don't deserve it. And you won't get it. Show your character. Remain disciplined. Stay strong. Don't say why the pain. Don't say why me. Say try me. Say, is that all you've got? Give me more. Keep plugging away when there seems to be no hope of victory. When you don't see the results, hang in there. Be strong. Be brave. Remain disciplined. And your time will come.
Fail big. You only live once, so do what you feel passionate about. Take chances. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test, was 9 dots. So don't be afraid to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams. And they ultimately fuel disappointment. So have dreams, but have goals. Life goals, yearly goals. And understand that to achieve these goals, you must apply discipline and consistency. In order to achieve your goals, you must apply discipline, which you have already done, and consistency every day, not just on Tuesday and miss a few days. You have to work at it every day. You have to plan every day. Heard the saying, we don't plan to fail, we fail to plan. Hard work works. Working really hard is what successful people do. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You've got to take risks, and I'm sure you've probably heard that before, but I want to talk to you about why that's so important. You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There's no doubt about it. But do you have the guts to fail? If you don't fail, you're not even trying. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Remember, just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Remember that. Just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Don't confuse movement with progress. My mother told me, yeah, because you can run in place all the time and never get anywhere. So continue to strive, continue to have goals, continue to progress.
I'm addicted to living my life. I'm addicted to just being happy as much as I possibly can. I'm addicted to helping people. I'm addicted to believing in myself when others did not. I'm addicted to understanding that sometimes when you feel that you are in a position that you can't go on, you got to have enough addiction in yourself to believe in yourself to push forward. Now, addiction comes in many different shapes and sizes. And there are a lot of people out here that are going to judge people who are addicted to things that we all know in most cases may not be helping them. But who am I or who are you to judge them? There are many people in the world right now that are suffering from many different things that you and I will never understand. But we're not here to judge, we're here to encourage. I'm here to let you know if you are suffering from something right now and it's hurting you and it's putting you down and putting you in a position where you feel that you can't go on, don't let this addiction destroy your purpose in this world. Be addicted about being powerful. Be addicted about being passionate. Be addicted about being passionate about what you believe in. Be addicted in doing the things that are going to make you better as a human being. No one said it was going to be easy. So if you're going to get addicted on being better. Find the right reasons, find the right purpose, find the right path and go towards it. Because every day, as long as you're waking up out of that bed and that sun is shining on your face, it gives you an opportunity to be unique. It gives you an opportunity to feel good about life. Be grateful. Be happy. But if you're going to be addicted of getting yourself out of that situation. Be addicted on trying to do something better with your life. Preserve your life. Reserve your life because it's yours. Now, there are people out there that don't want to hear a message like this. There are people out here that don't want to hear this type of truth. I'm not here to commercialize it. I'm not here to tell you that it's going to be okay, because sometimes it just won't be okay. Sometimes you just got to struggle just a little bit and go through the circumstances that you're going through. But that doesn't mean that you got to go through it and stay in a position that is hurting you and not making you better.
%99 of people that say stuff like that are not willing to do what it takes to make their dreams come true. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. And that's just real. At the center of bringing any dream into fruition is self-discipline. It's not about your body as much as it is about your mind. It's getting command of your mind to be able to choose actions that are in your own best interest. Every day, we are choosing shit that's not in our own best interest. So if the world is attacking you and the world wants to fight you and the world's trying to hold you down, so you're going to kick yourself in the balls? So you're going to stop yourself from getting what you dream. Self-discipline is the center of all material success. Cannot win the war against the world if you can't win the war against your own mind.
When you dream big, when you take big action, when you work to become something bigger than what it is now, you're going to have people criticize you. But here's the reality. I'm not materialistic. I just put my success first. And you know what? I can do more good for people than most people can do with the stroke of one pen than most people do in their whole life.
I don't expect you to believe in my dream like I believe in my dream. And the problem with some of y'all is you want somebody else to support your dream. It's yours. I don't owe you a dime. It's your dream. If you want it to happen, get your butt up and make it happen. If you want it to happen, rise and grind. If you want it to happen, you're going to have to do what I do, and that's get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. If you want it to happen, that means you're going to have to get home at 2:15 and get your butt up at 5 so you can get to Detroit by 6. I dare you under every single circumstance, keep dreaming, keep looking at your dream, keep focusing on your dream, keep going after the dream, because that's where true success is.
It doesn't matter how many courses you buy. It doesn't fucking matter. What matters is what you're going to do. You got to make a decision that you are not going to be like everybody else. You are not going to live how they live. You are not going to eat how they eat. You're not going to drink how they drink. You're not going to do the kind of work they can do. And then you got to go do that. And you got to do it one day at a time. Win today. Then you wake up tomorrow and you do the same thing. Then you wake up on Wednesday and you do the same thing. Then you wake up on Thursday and you do the same thing. And when you get to the point where you're winning every day and it's automatic, guess what happens? Winning becomes not something that you aspire to do. Winning becomes who the f*** you are.